Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
Thank you for listening to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about shit.
Oh, it's back. It's been a few weeks. It's been a few weeks.
So we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
I'm Jeremy.
Welcome.
I feel like I just hit my second wind. I just worked today and I'm training all day. So if my voice sounds like it's going out, that's why.
You know, the funny thing is I just listened to a podcast yesterday, Rhett and Link, not a sponsor, Ear Biscuits. And when he started up the podcast, his voice cracked like bad.
Did it?
And they were all laughing at him. And he was like, I hope you got that. And they're like, we got it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of that.
Yeah, but I trained today. So I'm not going to say what I do, but basically like
But I do something.
Well, yeah. But at my job, like you work alone a lot. Like it's a very self-sufficient job, but you are like alone like 90% of the time, unless like a supervisor or someone comes down.
So
when you train, you have to obviously talk a lot more. So, and of course, like I'm tired and everything too. And I even told the guy, I'm like, I think you can tell my voice is going up from talking so much today. He said, yeah, because you guys aren't used to talking. I'm like, no, not really. Because normally I'm just like, whatever. But
training is a lot of talking. I feel like you literally have to talk all day and like, okay, now this is this. And sometimes I feel like certain people, though, you be talking and I'm like, are they even still listening?
I get that a lot.
Because you just be talking and talking. I'm like, well, I got to tell them. So
yeah, like, what would you do this? What would you do this? And the problem with me is like I give like to give a lot of extra information. Like you could do in this, but then if this happens, then you do this. But if that happens, you would do this, and you let this person know, and then this would happen. Blah blah. I think it's just because I'm like the type of person that's like I like to have like all the information I can.
Details. I like details.
I love details. Too. I love details.
Like when someone's like, "Hey, you want to do this? Well, when? Where? Who's going? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do next?"
Right.
It's nice to know.
Like, okay, we're gonna go see a movie. Okay, what time? Where? Who's getting the tickets? How much are the tickets?
What time should we get there?
What time should we get there? Are we gonna eat food before or after? Because we're probably gonna be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to pick anyone up? I don't know.
Oh, don't tell
just
me
like
now.
If you tell me, if me and Felicia are the same way. If you tell us like something like that, and you tell me, I don't know. Maybe it's just my type of personality, or whatever. I'm just like, I need to know everything.
I don't know why I need to know.
Yeah. The only stuff that I'm like, whatever, like is pretty much vacation. Well, except the days that we don't have anything planned, like the days we just do whatever. Yeah, that's different. Then it's like, okay, whatever, that's fine. But at the same time, like if there's something we're going to do in the morning, like breakfast, okay, what time do we need to be there? What time do we need to get up? How long does it take to get there? What if there's traffic? Do we need to leave early?
What's the menu look like? Especially if I haven't been there before. I have to know what the menu looks like.
Comment down below. Are you one of those people? Because I know Felicia does, and I know I do.
Yes.
Brandon does too. Before you go to a place for the first time, or even like you have a place you haven't been in a while, do you look at the menu? I do it all the time, even if I'm probably doing the same thing.
Another question, do you look at the parking?
Oh, absolutely.
I look it up on maps. I look on maps. Do they have a parking lot?
I can't do that, especially like if it's like in Chicago, like some shows I went to. Like
just parallel parking?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what do we have? But no, because like Bottom Lounge, the first time I went there, I'm like, where the parking? They had this tiny parking lot. And I remember we got there super early because like, what if there's no parking? What are we going to do? But we were fine, plenty of spaces. But let's like, where else? Pretty much anywhere. Well, like Miller Park, that's fine. They have parking there. But if you go to Wrigley Field, you have to find parking because there's literally none there. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there's even some places like downtown, like Kenosha, Racine, and there's just street parking. I will drive around the block and park. I'll walk. Because I'm not parallel parking.
No, me either.
I'm not doing it.
I haven't tried to. Well, I didn't even have to parallel park for my driver's test. My driver's test, she said, pretend there's another car here. I was like, okay.
Oh, Jeremy, they're taking your license away.
Yep, that's okay. And then.
Oh, you didn't do it. What do you mean it's okay? What are you gonna do with that?
Well, no, I did it. No. There was instead of two cars, there was one car. So I pretended there was a car behind me.
Actually, I had the same thing.
She's like, all right, pull up next to that car and act like there's another car in parallel park. I'm like, okay. You know what's funny? This is a true story. Like I said, I feel like I just had my second wind of energy when I just hit record for whatever reason.
Just for you guys.
Yeah, but I which is different because like the other episode, you could tell I like literally just woke up out of a dead sleep and recorded the podcast after third. But anyway, I did the Y turn like when I got my test 2 times. One was on the test. The first time
you just did it for giggles?
Because they made me do it. The first time was like 2 hours before my test when Dad had me do it, and we both were lost at what exactly the white turn was.
Oh, you just learned it.
Yeah, I literally just learned. I probably should have started with that. I just learned it that morning, and as I'm doing it, me and Dad are like, this doesn't seem right. I don't remember what I did, but we were like by the lake, and they're like, this doesn't seem right.
I thought you were saying they had you did it twice on the driver's test. One, you just did it just because. Hey, check this out.
No, I did it 2 times in the same day, but that was like the first 2 times I did it. But I remember I got home and went on YouTube. That's me, that slow computer too. And I remember take forever to load. I'm like, see, Dad, we were wrong. He's like, that makes a lot more sense. I said, that's what I thought. So when she said, okay, do a wide turn here, which there was a truck about to back out of her thing. She said, okay, do a wide turn. I waited for the truck. I said, I can't. That truck is about to back up.
You're trying to get me not to have to
trying
do
to
this.
get me.
I think a wide turn is the one thing though that like parallel park people go forever not doing that, but I wide turn. I'd be wide turning.
Yeah, I do quite a bit actually, more than you think. Like you don't even think about it, and you still do.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to turn around.
Yeah. Which another thing? Comment down below.
Mm-hmm.
Are you one to back into a parking space?
Oh, are you asking me? I thought
I'm asking the people and your opinion as well.
Oh,
to me it depends.
I haven't. I was for a while doing it a lot. Yeah. But recently I haven't. I was even doing it at work, but then
really,
yeah, just cause But then there was this a lady. She had the same car as me. She also had a cross track.
Yeah.
And one day someone drove through the parking lot and hit the front of her car, and yeah, her husband had to fix it.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, and then she was like, I'm not going to back in. She's always back in. She's like, I'm not going to back in anymore because my husband told me if someone hits your front end of your car, they can do a lot more damage in the back. The back's just your bumper. I started
actually a good point.
I started just pulling in.
Well, I back in at work because they tell us we have to because of safety reasons, they say.
Oh, if you got to leave?
Well, you have to leave and come in because they say that way you can see people easier. Plus, I'll be honest, when I leave work, I like backing in anyway because then it's easier just to pull out instead of like looking behind you and whatever. But
I don't know.
Besides that, I mean, I'm the type of person though too. Like if I'm going somewhere and like there's the parking spaces, I know some people say you shouldn't. I like to pull through, sort of thing. That way you're at the front of it.
Against the rules, Jeremy.
But I like to do it. But that's okay. I mean, I don't do it at all. Coppers, I don't do it at all.
Oh my god. Anyways,
we have a good episode for you guys today.
We do. We're going to be talking about Hollywood Studios. Favorite rides.
Once again, I want to give a shout out to Doug for joining us last week.
Yeah.
We actually got quite a few DMs asking about what? I didn't know there was a contest. What was the magic word?
Secret. There is another secret word. You have to look. There's always, not always, but there is clues in the background sometimes. So
always. maybe something new. Who knows?
Yeah. So look and see if you can find the keyword. Comment and we'll see if you win.
That's right.
I thought you were gonna say that's what she said. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Yeah, so we'll also get into our comments. Random thing that we have to touch on because it did happen either as we're recording this yesterday or today that O.J. Simpson died.
Today.
Yeah, and I saw this meme and I was like, wow, I knew this was horrible. O.J. Simpson in hell finally confronting the guy who did it. And it's the guy in the mirror. As you can see, I liked it. But first I was like, Jeremy put it in the family chat and I'm reading it. I'm like, people are good riddance. I'm like, God, people don't give a And then Brandon's like, oh, OJ died. And I was like, yeah, Jeremy said, he's like, yeah, Jamal put in the chat. I'm like, people, they just don't even give a about that he died. They're happy. He said, well, yeah, judging by what Jamal put, he don't give a either. He did a blood emoji, a knife emoji, and a glove emoji. I said, oh my God. The memes are already ridiculous.
I told that to Mom that he died today. She said, yeah, at least he got to live a long life, unlike his dead wife he murdered. I was like, damn, Mom. Okay.
Yeah, crazy. But
yeah,
comment so I guess down below. What are your thoughts and feelings on that?
RIP or not, who knows? I did see a meme. It made me kind of laugh. It was an extended Bronco and it said OJ's final ride.
Oh, it looked like a hearse. I saw that.
Yeah. It's not fun to joke about people passing away.
This is, see, Jeremy.
Not another Titan sub, is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesus.
Jeremy's going to get to heaven and he's going to say, Jeremy, you have the OJ memes. You got the Titan thing memes.
Yep. I just want to say something real quick, though. For Easter, Tatiana wore the shirt specifically because my pastor would like it. And it said, it was a picture of Jesus, and it said, I didn't say any of these things.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I didn't say that. Sorry.
I didn't say that.
That's what it was. Sorry. Anyway, I told her, go talk to my pastor. She's like, no. She refused. She just kind of sat there. I'm like, Tanya, she didn't even, she like made sure like her jacket was open so people could see it. I'm like,
she thought that he was going to think that he like that it was like offensive.
No, he would like that stuff.
Well, Tanya, you got to go back and show it to him again.
Yeah.
But I will say though, I did go there last weekend, and the setup that they had, and I don't know, it was the group of people they had. I was still thinking, I'm like, they were playing the out of them songs last Sunday.
Didn't we? I thought it was like really good, especially me. Like, it's always funny, like when I play worship too, especially the drums. Like at first, like you can tell that I'm like whatever. Like I try to be kind of quiet at first, but then like
Jeremy
whatever
was not being quiet last Sunday.
I'm like boom boom. I was like feeling those toms.
Jeremy was going for it.
Boom, boom, bah.
Britt's hitting all the bass fills. I look over at one point and Jeremy's looking at Britt. He's like, I was like, Jeremy's into it. Everybody.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
Jeremy. It was like.
I even told him, I was like, Britt, you're hitting those nasty licks. He's like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Obviously, Ben was into it.
Yeah.
And like everybody in there everyone was singing like loud and like, I don't know. Everybody was feeling it. And I was like,
person in the middle usually plays viola too, but she didn't play this week. But she just sang. No, but it was still a good group. Shout out to them.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was those songs, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Especially that second and last one, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because the first one was kind of chill, whatever. Felicia even said after, she's like, I don't know what it was, but I think that's your best group right there, man.
You guys were doing great. Yeah, it was good.
Strapping the F word about church worship, too.
Did I?
Great. Yeah, that was.
Oh. But
she told me afterwards. It was fun, though, because I will say this, like, we're practicing, which originally we practiced. That's a funny story, too, because we always practice on Tuesday nights. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Oh, well. But I went to the gym at Felicia. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to worship because practice.
Oh, he did tell me that.
I'm like, I'm not going because they really didn't say if we're going to practice. It was like a last minute thing. And then I was like on my way home, and it was literally, I was at basically like a crossroads by my house. It was like a stop sign.
Is this a metaphor?
No, this is like legit.
Go home or go with Jesus.
Maybe. I literally was like, either take a right here or keep going straight and go to worship practice. I was like, you know what? Something's telling me I need to go there practicing. I literally pull up and I see them all inside. I'm like,
yeah, because he told me, he said, I don't think they're going to do it.
And I got there and I was like the last one to get there. I mean, we didn't start right away. We still waited like another 10, 15 minutes to start, but I was like, but I will say, I see my pastor and he's like, are you losing weight? I said, yes, I am. I said, almost 20 pounds. He's like, looking good, man. He's like, what you doing? I was like, oh, eating well, working out. He's like, well, good for you.
Good for you, big buddy.
Yeah, but Felicia, it's funny because I'm practicing on Sunday before church, because like I said, we originally had 3, and then Ben added the 2 girls at the last minute, whatever, which Britt and I didn't know. He said that he ended up texting him about it. He didn't even know until the morning of. I was sitting, Ben's like, oh, you didn't see the message? Yeah, they're playing. He said, oh. And at one point I'm like, that looks like Felicia's car that just drove by, and I'm waiting.
Oh, you see me? I always wonder if you see when I drive. It's kind of hard to miss.
Right. Well, for whatever reason, like whenever like you or like Boo will show up, for whatever reason, my eyes just all of a sudden get drawn to the car driving by for whatever reason. Like, I don't know why.
He's like,
but I'm like legit playing the drums, and I'm like, that looked like Felicia's car. I think also because I just kind of look in the distance sometimes, like kind of zone out listening to whatever. And then I'm looking, all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, is that Felicia? I didn't even see you walk in. I'm like, is that Felicia sitting down? I kind of move my head, and I just seen it because like that.
Yeah, I was behind that bar.
And then I finish, and I walk over. I was like, I thought I seen your car, and she walked right away. She's like, coffee? I was like, yes, Felicia, we can get coffee.
Yeah, I did.
She's like, we got time? I'm like, I looked, it was like 9:30 something. I was like, if we go right now, we have time. Because the thing about the worship, too, that I've noticed at church, which I know it's not for everyone, but the funny thing is, like, because we had a bunch of, like, what do you call it? Like, a bunch of technical difficulties beforehand. Like, at one point, I thought I got my eardrums blown out because...
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Because we were having all these problems with the monitors. Like, I had in-ears I was going to wear, but luckily I didn't have them in. And the speaker went off.
Death.
And, like, they turned around. They're like, were your headphones in your ears? I was like, no. They're like, oh, thank God. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he would not have
I was like, I think I'm a little deaf, though. And Ben just kind of gave me a look and just laughed. He's like, okay, Jeremy. Dramatic much. But I've noticed, like, whenever we have, like, super, like, technical difficulties beforehand, we're always like, I guess we're supposed to see how this is going to go. It's always ends up turning out really good. But
yeah, I feel like everyone beforehand was like, oh, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Felicia got her coffee, and then she got even a breakfast sandwich.
I was gonna delicious. I want that. I want that again.
Shout out to the people then, man.
Yes. It was at the Buzz. And first off, like they always have like a great variety of stuff to get.
I love the Buzz. I love their hot chocolate too.
It's so good. I got the breakfast
connected
sandwich.
To Sassy B, which I used to do open mic there before.
Oh yes, Nancy B. I got the breakfast sandwich. It was on an everything bagel. It was egg, cheese, and there was tomato on there. Because first I was looking and I was like, oh, can I just do create your own? And she's like, oh, like I don't have a buttons to do that. She's like, but let's pick one and like take the stuff off that you don't want and whatever. She's like, do you want to put this on there or whatever?
And so yeah, because I saw you like standing there. I'm like standing off to the side because I didn't want anything because I already had breakfast or whatever. And I'm just looking at Felicia. I'm like, that's taking a while. And then all of a sudden, I seen her total. I was like, she must have got something more than a drink then.
Because I didn't really eat. But they like, I don't know if they put it in a panini press or what, because it was like, the bagel was smushed and like crispy on the outside. And
she showed me afterwards. Delicious. I'm like, I wish I would have bought one. That looked so good.
It was delicious.
What one did you originally get them before you took all the stuff off? Was it like a meat one or something?
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be bacon on it or sausage or something.
I'm going to have to try that. That sounds pretty dang good.
Yeah.
And then she was sitting there eating it. I was like, we can go back. She's like, can I eat in there? I'm like, yeah, people eat in there all the time. She's like, if I get in trouble, I'm blaming you.
What are you doing?
And she's sitting there eating. She's like, man, this is delicious. Well, she didn't say
it was so
inside.
Good.
She said it in the Buzz, but she didn't say it inside church.
I said, man, this stuff is delicious.
She said, this is delicious. She's like, look at this. She's like, look at this crunch. I can see the steam. I'm like, that looks so good.
It was good. Maybe, I don't know. I have to go coming
up. She's like, so in other words, let me know next time you're going and I'll get it again.
It was good.
Yeah, so that was good. It was a good time.
All right. I'll say we get into our comments soon here. Oh, and while Jeremy pulls them up, I'll just say I just have come off a #1 victory royale.
I was wondering if you're going to bring that up.
Me, Brandon, and Tatiana, we played like all our matches. We were playing.
That was us yesterday.
Then all of a sudden we were in. I said, let's pick up a random squad. I said, maybe it'll get through. I don't know what happened. We get in. Brandon dies. I die. Tatiana dies. We're all dead. And it's the one player who sucks, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and course. He picks up my card. And I said, Brandon, I think he picked up my card and he just grabbed Tatiana. I think he's going to reboot us. Brandon said, this guy. We're leaving. We're getting out of here. Jamal's on there. He said, you can't leave. The guy's going to try to reboot you. He said, can you talk to the guy? He said, I'll talk to him. It ain't going to be nice to him. I said, Brandon. So the guy decides, all of a sudden the storm's coming towards him. The guy turns back, looks at the storm. I said, Brandon, I think he's going in the storm to get your card. He better not. The guy books it into the storm. He grabs Brandon's card. And the whole time the guy, he had stuff to heal himself. He didn't do it. His health is way down. He has wings. He didn't fly. He gets Brandon's card.
Mm-hmm.
Gets Brandon's card. Brandon's like, this stupid is going to die. Gets his wings. Gets out of the storm. He only has 10% life left, no shield. He goes to the reboot van. Brandon's like, that stupid there's a bad guy there. We should leave. I said, Brandon, we can't leave now. We got to see it through.
Yeah, you got to see
puts the card in. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, a bad guy shoots him. The guy books it into a car. He leaves. Brandon's like, what the I said, it ain't gonna happen, Brandon. It ain't gonna happen.
Was any of this recorded?
No.
Damn
it sucks. The guy finds another reboot
This sounds like a reel to me that would go like
the guy
viral.
Reboots. He gets to the next reboot van. He reboots all three of us. We drop down. We get this stuff. Brandon's still saying the guy's stupid. Brandon's like, yourself. Heal yourself. So then we all got rebooted. All of a sudden, we came in and we got the win. It was crazy. Yeah, and I'm like, funny. And you wanted to leave that guy.
It's funny, too, because Felicia texted me. She's like, hey, still at 5, right? And I'm like, yeah. And it was like 4:55. I was like, yes, sir. And I was like, I'm booting up right now, whatever. I sent the link. She's like, what'd you say? Oh, finishing the match.
As I was texting you, I fell off a cliff and almost killed myself. And Tatiana had a thing. They said, what happened to you? I said, oh, I just tripped and fell. And then Brandon
No,
said,
you're supposed to say you got sniped. I seen a thing last night. The person fell. They said, oh, I got sniped.
Then they'll be like, where? But then Brandon said, I said, Jeremy wants, said we're going to film or record in 2 minutes. You better tell him he's going to wait, Tatiana. I said, no, you're not. Brandon said, we're trying to get this Dubsky. You ain't doing it. So that was that. So we won. So shout out Tatiana and Brandon.
Yeah, it's funny too because yesterday when Brandon and I were playing it with Tatiana, and we won a game like right away, and then 2 hours later we won our second game, and then I had to get off to go mom and dad's. But one game, I was on top of a cliff, and all of a sudden I said, "Oh!" I fell, got knocked. Brandon, he fell, he got knocked. Tatiana, oh Boo! She got knocked. We all died because we were just a trio.
Horrible.
Brandon said, "Oh, if your friend jumped off a cliff, would you do the same thing?" And we all did.
Jeremy said, yes.
Oopsie daisy. But we had some good ones yesterday. Fortnite is like our new obsession. And no build mode. The only thing that would make it better is if it was the OG map, man. I miss the OG map, but it's so good. Speculations. I'm saying Tatiana found a big ass tomato yesterday, and she said, her big gas. She's like, Brandon's like, what? There's a tomato like Tomato Town from the OG map.
Tatiana.
She said, it's an Easter egg. They're bringing back the map, Brandon. He's like, wow. Yeah. So Fortnite, maybe I'll stream it sometime. Who knows? But it's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. As long as it's no build mode. We were addicted to the Rock Band, but now it's nice getting those dubskis. Because like last night,
gotta get the wins.
Because this ties into what I'm going to talk about. But basically, Boo came over. Actually, you know what? I'm just tell the story because then it ropes back into it. So I guess this is my first time doing One of My Dogs Wreck This Week.
Woo! Jeremy gets the honors this week.
Yeah. So luckily he didn't wreck anything except his stomach, but Marshall has not been feeling well. And he has thrown up a couple of times. Actually, I had some throw up yesterday since Felicia likes to throw stuff.
Boo had texted us. He has wrecked something more than his stomach, but tell your story first.
Yeah. He did?
They just said what the condition is. It's what I thought it was.
Oh. This is what he threw up at Mom and Dad's house. So before this happened...
There's blood in it if you can't see.
Yeah. Before this happened, the day before I was at work, because when I'm on second, I usually take Marshall to my parents' house. That way he's not home alone. Plus, he enjoys it. I carpool with my dad anyway, so I just drop him off. It's at the point now where I'm like going to leave for work, and he's already at the door waiting. He's like, we're going. We're going. But that day, or Monday, actually, when I did it, I went to leave, and I was like running late because we were playing Fortnite. And he didn't think I was going to take him because I was like rushing. He literally, Doug saw it. He stood in front of me, and I almost tripped and fell on my face. Doug said, did he just trip you? I said, yeah. I'm like, what the heck, man?
He said, no.
Anyway, so on Tuesday, Tatiana said that Marshall was going to throw up, and then he decided to swallow it instead. So yesterday, when I was at their house, I brought him over, and me and Tatiana, they have this 500-piece puzzle, and we were just kind of messing with it, trying to figure out which... She did better than I did, but anyway, and we're just like saying, I'm like, yeah, Marshall, that's not good. And me and Tatiana are literally saying the words, like, no joke. Yeah, Marshall, if you don't feel good, just throw it up. It's better for you. Just throw it up. Not even a minute later, someone says, Marshall threw up! I'm like, what the heck, man? So I'm like, oh, man. So then, like, I text Felicia and Alexandria. I'm like, this is what's going on. He has been fine, but he still threw up. Like, there's some specks in there. And we end up calling the vet. And the vet said to put him on a rice and either lean beef or chicken diet for 24 hours if he doesn't throw up. Good news as of right now, it's been the 24-hour mark. He has not thrown up. He's feeling better. It looks like a little bit. I mean, you can still tell he doesn't feel good.
Knocking on wood. Are you knocking on wood?
Yes, I am. A bunch of times.
The dogs hear me. I do have to say, though, that this throwing up for him has been ongoing because Doug had said it before, but there was never a picture of it, and Jeremy hasn't seen it. So it's been kind of a mystery for a little while now.
Yeah, and then, Boo called, then they said put him on the rice and whatever diet for 24 hours. If he's good, he doesn't have to go to the vet, which thankfully, which Felicia will get to that part after this. But at the moment, we said, okay, he's fine, whatever. And then, so yesterday, I was at their house, and then I was like, I want to play Fortnite. It's getting late. Alexander's like, you know what? Because Marshall, you could tell he wasn't feeling good. She's like, I can tell Marshall's tired, and I don't want him to get cranky. She's like, well, just take him home. Well, also shout to Tanya and Boo because they came with me to Walmart to buy the stuff for him.
Oh, there you go.
We went to Walmart. We came back. She said, take him home, and I'll have John or Thaddeus, whatever, bring me over, and we'll drop the food off for Marshall because he can't have anything else. I'm like, all right. So when Boo calls me that she is at my house, we are deep within trying to get this battle royale, and I am literally just got revived, and Boo is calling me. And I tell Felicia, Brandon, and Tatiana, or no, Brandon, sorry, Brandon, it was Tatiana and Felicia. I'm like, hey, Boo's here. I'll be right back. All of a sudden, I hear, I don't know who said it. It sounded like Tanya. What?
Yeah, she did.
I just ran. I'm like, I even told Boo, I opened the door. Boo's on the phone. I'm like, there's like 2 squads left, and like this going down. I just got revived. Going crazy. So I open the door, like Marshall's like excited because she's here. I'm like running. I'm like, hi, bye, I gotta get back. And I'm like running. She's like, go get the win. So then we're in here. Like I said, this ties in together.
Oh, yeah, this match.
Yeah, so this match, craziest match of all day. So then I come back. As I come back, this is legit happening. As I come back, I start to see Tatiana Felicia jumping, getting shot at. All of a sudden, I hear, oh, no!
Bad.
Felicia gets shot. Then all of a sudden, I put the headset. I'm like, I'm back. I'm like, they're like, watch out. Here they come. I'm like behind a pole. They can't see me. Felicia gets knocked down. Yeah, so then I take these two guys out. It's me versus one guy. I'm like, I use my wings. I fly in the air. I'm up top.
Jeremy's
like,
screaming, by the way.
Where the f*** is he? Where the f*** is he? I'm like freaking out. I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, they're like, he's below you. For whatever reason, I decided to jump down instead of shooting from above. He ends up killing me, and we lose the match. And I
Jeremy
say,
screamed.
Excuse my language. And then I'm like, well, I'll be right back. Let me check on Marshall. I go about there. He's just like looking around. I'm like, is he eating it? He was before you screamed. It's like, sorry, buddy. And then he finished it. He was okay. But as far as the update, as of right now, before Felicia tells me what she just found out, is that he is doing well, no throw up. So we decided, me, Felicia, and Boo, that to put him on this diet for a few more days just to be safe before putting him back on anything else. And then you told me. And
then Boo said that she had talked to the vet, and the vet pretty sure that it is pancreatitis. That she said that she asked if he had gotten into like anything like, oh, he got into the garbage or ate this or whatever, or I saw him eating this or whatever. Yeah. And she said, since not that, it sounds, and with the blood in there, that it's pancreatitis. And she said it's usually caused by eating too fatty of food. So she just said, like, her guess would be if he's been getting too many treats, or she said if he had any fast food, or he's been eating anything like that. So it makes his pancreas swollen. So that's why he's so sick.
Poor little puppy dog.
Yeah, so he has to keep staying on either the bland diet, the chicken or the beef, and the rice. But it has to be very lean ground beef. Can't be anything else.
Right, yeah. And shout out to Boo because she told me, because it's funny because she called me as we're getting ready to press record. And I told her, and I said something about Felicia. She said, you were talking to Felicia? I'm like, yeah, we're literally about to record the podcast. And she said, I am so sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm like, you caught us at the right time. So then I put Felicia on the call, and then that's when we decided about the food or whatever. But yeah, and then Boo, shout out to Boo because she's going to go to Target and pick up the order for me.
Yes, so that's what Marshall has. Poor Marshall.
Poor Marshall. I can tell he doesn't feel as good,
so
but I was told,
rest.
Excuse me. I was told today that he spent most of the day napping with his Aunt Carissa. So shout out to Chrissy. But I got there, and they said that I got there because I stopped there after work to pick him up. Because I called Tanya. I'm like, am I supposed to pick Marshall up? Is he getting dropped off? Like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know. Let me ask John. I hear her walk up the stairs. I was like, were you playing Fortnite? Yeah, but we just died. It's okay. She's like, what should we do? And then they decided that I lost my train of thought there for a second. They decided just pick him up. So we did. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I told Felicia, I was like, well, I guess I get one of my dogs this week.
Yep, I told him he could have it this week. I'll let him have it.
Yeah. And then looking at time here, Felicia, I was point out that Felicia and I are both like extremely hungry. So we told ourselves
to order Jersey Mike's tonight.
I was thinking of Subway because I'll just tell a quick tangent about this because I was finished Quiet on Set, which I did watch.
I didn't watch it yet.
I'm not going to talk about it. I did watch the last episode, and then I seen something after it about Jared, the Subway guy, and I finished it.
One on that.
Yeah, it's only 3 episodes. It's pretty It's disturbing, but it's disturbing, but it's good. Like it's worth a watch. It's just
maybe I'll watch it.
Crazy the amount of like how they got him, whatever. But like the whole time they're talking about Subway, and I'm like, I really want a Subway sub now. It just sounds so good. I haven't had Subway in a minute.
Jeremy, they're talking about. Oh my god,
it's funny because me and Brandon were talking about like a Subway does sound kind of good. But I just wanted to say that. But yeah, so I watched that, and then Jersey Mike's. Maybe I'll just order myself that. I could order it while we're on the podcast like last time, and then just watch it the whole time.
Be ready.
Yeah. But yeah, so we can get into comments really quick here.
Comments.
Let's see. So this is episode 17. I keep forgetting that we should start each episode with, this is episode blah, blah, blah. And I always forget every week. So this is episode 17.
Let me put a post-it note up to remind myself.
Yeah. I'll have to do that too. I always look at it, but I never bring it up, whatever. I mean, we don't have to, but I just think it's cool when like a podcast.
It's kind of nice.
I like it when a podcast opens up with, this is episode blah, blah, blah of blah, blah, blah.
I don't know where my post-it notes are, so maybe I won't be doing it.
We'll remember. These comments are from Alexandria. And she says, congratulations on 16 episodes. Why, thank you. And then she said, Oliver is so smart. She said, I wish we were going on vacation right now. Same, man. I really want to go on vacation. Like,
Especially with just everything that lately
especially this. The only good thing I say is that with Marshall is that they did say that like as long as everything's okay, you doesn't have to go into the vet. So that part's good.
That part is good. Just lots of home rest right now.
Yeah, which they said he played a little bit today, but they said they told him like after he threw up yesterday, he wanted to go outside. We're like, no, you're staying inside. He's like, but I want to play. We're like, dude, you just threw up. You're staying inside.
No.
Because he like just went outside and played with Dad before that, and then he's like, blah. Like, no.
Blah, blah.
Then Boo said, TSA makes me so anxious. Like, I know I have nothing, but getting everything off is hectic. Yeah, it really is. Like, you see stuff, it's like, I don't have any water, but what if there's a water in my bag I don't know about? What if someone put it there?
Yeah.
What if they're f***ing with me? You never know.
Yeah, and I never know what they want.
Yeah.
But...
I'll be honest, this next comment, I didn't realize I did this, and I apologize. But
what did you say? Oh.
Felicia talking about her mental health and Jeremy looking for food to order is hilarious. I do not remember what the part is in the podcast, and I sincerely apologize. I am so sorry. I was so hungry.
Jeremy said I could. All I could hear was, "Come on, Jeremy,
order that food there, big buddy."
Yeah, big buddy.
Then I commented, "I was hungry. My bad, B," with a bear, and then Felicia commented,
Wow.
"Can you believe this guy?" John will like that one. Then Alexander said, "No, I met Brian Peck. Got that girl to talk to Drake Bell." Who knows? Then she said, "What the Doug?" Then she said, "Welcome to the podcast, Doug."
What the Doug?
Yeah. The wedding is coming up so fast. Yes, it is. Which Felicia and I high five to ourselves. Felicia and I both posted a reel.
I was gonna high five you.
Oh, ready? Bam. Felicia and I both posted a reel. Actually, back to back. It's funny because we were playing Fortnite yesterday.
They're both about Doug.
Yeah. She's like, I want to say it. Shout out to Doug because you gave us some great content. But she was talking yesterday. She's like, oh, I wanted to post this reel. I was like, I literally have that reel ready to post. I just didn't post it. She's like, well, what the man? Post it. I'm like, sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm like, my bad. I'm like, well, you reminded me. Alexander said, Doug said, please send money to his Venmo. You can Apple Pay him. Then she said, I'm a Karina. It's rigged.
Well, what? Someone? Oh, you must not have refreshed. I said we commented on that.
Oh, did we? Oh, let me refresh. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oopsie daisy.
Doug in the Venmo.
Oh, yes, we did. Felicia, send it to me first. Laughing face.
Yeah, please do.
I'm with Karina. It's rigged. Then we did a.
Is it one of these?
Yep. Then she said Frosty. I like Frosty.
Snowman.
Yep. Sorry, I had like a burp. Then it went away. Then she said, "Yeah, I'm so excited for Hollywood Studios." Well, good. We're about to get into it shortly here. Mm-hmm. She said, "I feel so bad for." That means Amanda Bynes. Then Doug commented, "I want to go to Nashville. I've been wanting to go there a long time. I drive. LOL."
Doug's gonna drive.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
All right. Well, Doug, you can drive, but can you also pay for some stuff?
Then Tatiana, welcome back. She said, Oliver eats like he hasn't eaten in days. We commented always, which he does.
Every time, man.
I've seen that dog when I'm over there. Like, if he doesn't eat at a certain time like we were talking about, I've seen him carry his bowl around, and Felicia will feed him, and he finishes his, and he goes around to everyone. What do you got?
Help
anything for me?
I'm so hungry.
And then Chloe will finish her food. He's like, I need the spoon. I need to lick it. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, he's got problems.
Then Tatiana said, every time something is happening, I feel like I always say I have to change my hair. That's what people say.
Yeah, that's me.
And she said, I hate TSA. They're always yelling, and when you thought you did something right, they say, what are you doing? Actually, I have been there. I remember they told that to Tatiana. She's like, and she just like kind of, what? She's like, what I do? What are you doing? I feel like I hear that at least once or twice anytime by other people doing something. You just say, what are you doing? That's not what I said. It's like, well, if you said it in a nice tone.
It's not what they wanted.
Yeah. Tatiana flopping around. Ayo, what the Jeremy?
Yeah, what?
And we commented, "Ayo, Jeremy," from Felicia. Then she sent a face and said she didn't send save the dates! Exclamation point. Oh, Then she commented again. Is this how you knew about save the dates? Because I was telling the one day I was like, Doug didn't send all save the dates out. Then she said lots of I don't knows.
I don't know.
Oh, she commented those. She commented the last one today. That's funny. 11 hours ago. That's if I don't know.
That's funny.
And once again, nobody gave us a voice message. What the guys?
What are you doing, guys?
What are we doing?
You can always check it out at
speakpipe.com/so-we-don't-forget-pod.
Leave us a voice message.
Please and thank you. You just click start recording and send us a message.
Yeah. I don't think, and no one told us their favorite ride. So we'll just get into our own then.
Yeah.
Haters.
Yeah. Got a haters out here, man. Felicia always gets to start, so I'm going to tell you probably more than half of this, or if not all of them, are going to be the exact same, but that's okay.
They're going to be the exact same. So for that thing, I'm going to mention one that I know is not on Jeremy's. The Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad.
Funny, because it is on mine.
Oh, I thought it wasn't going to be on there.
No, I had a lot of fun on that ride, actually. It was really fun.
I loved it, and I was excited that it actually like opened and we got to go there.
Yeah.
So that was exciting.
I was double checking the rides today to make sure I had all mine. I was like finishing my list, and that ride was closed.
Was it? Do you know when I was looking, some of them were like low wait times. I'm like, wish I was there.
Well, I'll say which one when I get to it, but yeah.
Yeah, because and this song always gets stuck in my head from there. The nothing can stop us now.
Yeah, after we went on the ride until we got something else stuck in our head, like we were all just walking around singing that part.
Nothing can stop us now. I love it. And I know we got to that one part and I was like, I don't know if Jamal's gonna like this ride. But it's the part first like you get to go through into the cartoon, which is cool.
Which bad.
And then it's the part where you're like dancing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden Jamal's like, "This is cool," and I'm like, "Nice, he likes it."
Me too. I was like, I wonder the same thing. I wonder if Jamal's like it. He's got the big smile. This is cool. I'm like, all right, Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal likes it.
Yeah, well,
but
not
really
because it's like
ride.
Whatever, just because certain rides like a lot of movement, he's not a big fan of.
Yeah, so I like when he's enjoying himself,
Me
and
too.
he was.
Because before, like, what is this ride again?
Replaced the other one.
Yeah,
because it used to be the movies.
Yeah, I
like this one.
Yeah, well, I would say the other one got hate. It was still good, but I do prefer this one better. I prefer this rebrand or whatever they call it, redesign, whatever they call it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, because they redid it.
Yeah, and you're actually on a train, which is awesome.
So, I love choo-choos.
I love choo-choos. I loved choo-choos since I was a kid. I guess my next one, then I know Felicia will absolutely have this on there, and that is Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, you know it, big buddy.
That one is the one that we were talking about, how when we were at Hollywood, we're like in the bus to go to Hollywood Studios, and that woman was asking about the ride. He's like, everybody in this entire bus is going to be going to that ride. That's because that one's like over an hour wait usually.
Oh, because she was talking, even just going to the Star Wars area in general. Yeah. And he's like,
everyone is going that way.
Over there.
Yeah. But like when we went, when we went with Brandon to California, I remember we were like, we're going to go on this ride. It's like a 45-minute wait. Brandon's like, 45-minute wait? Like, it's not that big a deal. Like, it's different. Like, because you think, like, Six Flags or something, like, it's going to take forever. But no.
Yeah.
And, like, we were walking
Disney ain't no Six Flags.
No. Because, like, you walk in and, like, they had, like, all the, like, the queue, whatever. And he's like, this is really cool. I'm like, yeah. And, like, afterwards, like, oh, it didn't even feel like that long. It's like, no, like, they're smart about it.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff to look at.
Yeah.
And I like that ride because that ride is not just, that is, like, a whole experience.
It is.
With, like, the cast members are, like, pretty much, like, actors on that ride.
Yeah. I got in trouble last time because I asked if the dark side had cookies, and then I was recording. He's like, "You guys really are stupid, aren't you?" or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
Jerry's like, "Wow, man, he's kind of mean to me."
I read a thing recently about someone that was on that ride, and their dad made a joke about something, or their friend made a joke or whatever, and the cast members made them stare into a corner until they denounced the resistance.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That's why I like that ride though, because it's so fun.
Especially that one, because like they get to be mean, whatever, too. But it's like Star Wars mean. It's not like mean, you know. It's like funny.
Yeah, it's fun, and there's so many parts to that ride. Like there's that part where you're still like getting into your groups.
Yeah.
But it's like part of the ride because of how they're talking to you and everything.
I like that one part too, where they always do the outline, and in my vlog, you hear Felicia. She's like, "I feel like I'm gonna get scared," and all of a sudden you see her shake. She's like, "It got me."
I didn't know where it was gonna be, but that ride's fun.
I love it.
And the drop.
I was gonna say the whole time me and Felicia are vlogging, like, "Is this it?" Nope. And then all of a sudden you're click, click, click. We're like, "This is it."
I'm like, "Oh, they're locking us in." Yeah, and we drop down.
The only thing I wish about that right when I filmed it was I had a setting on my camera that would slow the shutter speed, so it made it look like it was like slow motion, and I didn't like that, and I didn't realize until the end of the trip I had it on. I was like, "Why does my like low light footage look like this?" And I'm like, "Oh. Great." It's because I was watching on online tutorials like, "Oh, you want this on?" And then I Googled what it was. I'm like, no, I don't want
Jeremy's
that
like,
on.
the idiot. Why did you tell me I wanted that? No, I didn't.
Yeah, well, for certain stuff, I could see why you'd want it. He's like, if you're making movies, but I'm like, no, that's not what I want. But
yeah,
fantastic ride.
It is. And if you haven't ridden it, you should. I had someone before who said they're like, oh, we're going, but he was like, I don't know if I should go on that ride. They say that there's a drop in it, which first time I didn't even know, so that was a cool surprise.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, I'm like, you're not even gonna.
I was the only one in the group.
It's not what you think it is.
I was the only one in the group that knew there was a drop because I'd heard people always talked about the Rise of Resistance. Like I didn't look at anything about the ride, but they always talked about the drop. Well, I know I seen a clip of when the drop was and people scream whatever, and I didn't tell no one because I was like, I wonder if they know. And then all of a sudden, the first thing you click, they looked like, what was that? All of a sudden, whoosh. Which is like, I didn't know it was gonna happen. It's not that bad.
And no, it's not. No. And it's not like a drop, I feel like, on any other ride. Right. Like, you don't really like...
No. Plus, it's like part of the ride, too.
You feel it, but not as bad.
It's awesome. I love it. My suggestion
would be,
interactive
ride.
If you go to Hollywood Studios or Disneyland and you want to ride that ride, go when the park opens, or if you have the early entry, go before then and go to that ride immediately.
Yeah.
Because we went to Hollywood Studios, we walked on that ride immediately. It was pretty much a walk-on. We barely even waited. It was awesome.
You got to go.
Yeah. We thought actually about going a second time, but then we said, no, let's do something else instead. We thought about it for a quick second. And we're like,
it's a good ride, though. It's really good.
Yeah. But all right, your turn, big buddy.
This next one, obviously Jeremy has this on there. Smuggler's Run.
That's the ride that had the 15-minute wait.
Yeah.
I'm looking, I was like, I could be in line for Millennium Falcon. Actually, that's when we went.
That's what I had seen.
Past time, remember, it was like a 10-minute wait. And it was like the end of the night. We're like, let's go for one more time. And we did.
That one is fun too, and like you get to like be like there's a pilot, the engineer, and I forget what the other two.
We went and Brandon said me and Jamal kept crashing into, so he was fixing a bunch of.
I seen him. He was like pushing all the buttons.
I had the same thing when we had the kids fly us that time. I was hitting a bunch of. I'm like, damn it.
We went again and it was like random people, and it was these kids, and like
of course the kids get to fly, which we went up there. We're like, Felicia,
they were not good.
Like Felicia and Alexander, you guys get to be the pilots this time. Go ahead, you deserve it.
But them kids, they kept crashing into everything. And I said, I think I got whiplash. My knees kept hitting the seat in front of me. My head was going all crazy. I was like, what are these people doing?
When you get good pilots,
they hit everything.
Yeah, it's not that bad. When you have
they were
pilots.
hitting everything.
Everything.
But the ride's really good. Like
very good. Highly recommend.
It's cool. You get to go in that little pod, like you're really like inside the thing, like flying it and stuff. I was going to say with all these, highly recommend.
Yes.
But I feel like that is one that you could do multiple times because you can get to do different things on the ride. Like I said, the engineer, the gunner, the pilot.
Right.
And like you can get the fast, that's not fast pass now. The
Genie Plus.
That's and and then we waited later in the day, and that's when it was a low wait, so we got to hit it again.
Highly recommend that ride. Because that one usually gets lower wait times too because of Rise of the Resistance. Everyone wants to ride that one. So whatever you see that's like a low wait time, I highly even like whatever. But like what we did was we went on Rise of Resistance and then we had a fast pass for Millennium Falcon. That's what we did for Smuggler's Run.
We did do that.
Because that's the easiest way to do it. But highly recommend. This next one I know Felicia will absolutely have on hers, and that is Slinky Dog.
I knew you were going to say that. It's literally the next one on my list, and I was looking right at it.
I knew you were too. I'm like, I'm going to say it now. That ride.
I'm just glad we got to ride it. I'm glad we did.
I'm sure we told a story, but since we're in Hollywood Studios again, we're going to tell a story. Which, the more I was like looking at these rides, I'm like, I love Magic Kingdom, but I'm pretty sure Hollywood Studios is my number 2 now. Like, the vibes and everything about it, man, it's like, I think it's also because the first time we went, like we mentioned so many times, you're probably broken record, but honestly, it's our podcast, so who cares? Anyway,
I don't give a shit.
I mean that in the nicest way. But like the first time we went, a lot of it was closed off because we didn't know, but at the time it was for Star Wars and Toy Story World or Land. And we're there, we're like, this park is so small, like stuff is closed, like what the We'd have some delicious pizza. The only thing I wish we would have had when we went there was the pizza again, because that was really good.
Yeah.
Up in the air, but we didn't have time. But anyway, so Slinky Dog, we were going to go earlier in the day. Like, we had a fast pass for it, but then something happened, I think, so we like switched it or something. Oh, because it was like super late in the day. We're like, no, we'll do it otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
It was like,
it was way at the end.
Yeah, it was like, as soon as we got there, immediately it was like, I think 3 or 4 p.m. It was something crazy. It was like, and it was like 9 a.m. It was crazy. So we're like, no, we just whatever. But anyway, so we were about to leave and go home. And like we're walking past it, we're like, damn, we didn't get to go on it. And Felicia stopped us. She's like, went down to like 30 minutes, which means, or was it like 40? I think it was like 40 minutes or whatever.
I think it said 40.
Yeah, she said so. It's probably like 30. If we don't go right now, we're not going to be able to ride it. So we look at Jamal. He's like, I'll literally hold your stuff. We gave our stuff. We're like, go. And I don't want to sound like stereotypical white people, But we got there at the legit perfect time because like some show was going on, so like the rides went down, and as soon as we got on, like it was like a storm of people came behind us. Like it was ridiculous. Even Jamal said at the end, he's like, "Yeah, you guys weren't even gone that long." I was like, "I know."
It wasn't that bad at all.
That ride too, because like Doug asked about like, no, we didn't get to go on it, and then we got to go on it, and I didn't tell Doug. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a surprise for him at the end of the video, and then he was so happy. He's like, you got to ride it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But at night at Christmas time, oh, so fun.
Oh yeah, the jingle bells.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't give you any time to talk about the ride. I just realized. Sorry. I love it.
No, but
it's one of my favorites
there too. Already. And like I think Jeremy and Boo were in their own thing, and I sat with like this random lady. And sometimes I wonder how that lady is. She was celebrating her brain surgery. She had a pin for it, and she's celebrating her brain surgery. I remember your name,
but I hope you're doing well out there.
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if you saw this podcast? If you saw this podcast,
say hi.
I think about you sometimes.
I'll make sure to put. This is another thing for me looking at editor Jeremy. Put down below our vlogs from Hollywood Studios, so we have it.
Yeah. But that lady actually is in my picture. You know, they put the pictures on the app.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, wow, look at that lady. And she was like, because I was like, I haven't ridden it before. She's like, oh, you're going to love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, because we were like talking to each other like, oh boy. And then she's like, it's going to be okay. She's like, oh yeah. And then she said, I literally just had brain surgery and I'm going on this thing. We're like, oh, then we're fine.
Yeah, then we were going and it was the part and it was like going up and down and she was like screaming. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, oh, just wait. For like, you know, and they ding, ding, ding.
I was like, oh, we're okay. And like, oh no, but it was fun.
It was fun though, and I like that we got to do it at night.
Me too. I feel that
a lot of rides at night are better.
I feel it just made it better at nighttime. I feel like obviously Slinky Dog and what was that ride at thing? Test Track was amazing at night.
Oh,
very good.
Which that's getting refurbished soon.
Breaking
news.
I seen that breaking news to everyone.
Yeah, in June, they're redoing it. Yep. No one knows what's going on.
Nope. I've seen some people think they might go back to the original, but other people are like, why would they do that? So who knows?
I have no idea.
So if you think,
I really don't.
Tell us comment down below what you think is going to happen. The comments below, I didn't even know that was happening. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they are. I'm very curious. Obviously, once it's done, we're going to be like, we got to go back. We got to go check it out. Like I said,
I love Epcot, but after looking at all these rides and how much fun we had, I think Hollywood Studios is my number 2, man. Because obviously Magic Kingdom is number 1. Like that's a whole thing. Like that's the park as a kid you want to go to, and I see why. Did you also see another breaking news about Magic Kingdom that they're going to be expanding it now? They just
no, I've heard speculation, but nothing confirmed.
I seen someone post from it wasn't from Disney. It was like people who like follow Disney. They had like something about the land. Like they got a permit for like a certain amount of land. It's like around the size of like Galaxy's Edge, so they don't know what they're gonna do, but like they're like found for the permits now to work. I
know that they own so much extra land over there.
Oh yeah, they did. They were very smart when they bought the whole area on Disney because like nothing was there when they bought it, and they have like so much room. But yeah, so I just want to throw that out there.
That's such a big chunk of land they bought, though.
I know. Disney or Magic Kingdom itself is huge. Like even, no matter when we go, I always feel like we didn't see everything, but I love it so much. It's a
really big park.
Me too. So
like, I mean, I would say that. Well, that's why I feel like all parks, like, we're getting there before it opens.
Oh yeah,
we're rope dropping, and you got to stay. Like, there's too much to do, ride wise,
so little
just
time.
Looking at wise, drinks and
plus,
food wise.
When we go, we like to like go to a few rides, and then it's probably the time we get hungry, so we get something to eat. We'll sit down, like people watch us, like now we're not like rushing, like we need to eat, blah blah blah. It's like no, take your time. But the first time we rope drop at Magic Kingdom, I remember you guys told me a certain time we had to be there, and turns out that was actually a earlier time because you said, "Oh, Jeremy's gonna wake up late," and like, "Oh yeah, Jeremy, remember we told you this time? Yeah, we lied to you." I'm like, "What?" Like,
Jeremy's like, "Oh, we're gonna be a little late." Nope, we're gonna be right on time.
Yeah, I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, we lied to you. Actually, we're here right on time." I was like, "Wow, I'm that guy now."
Yep.
Wow.
He was that guy. Yeah. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Sorry, but Slinky Dog is my choice. Very good.
Very good. All right. This one for sure, I know you do not have it on your list. We didn't do it last time, but we did do it before. The Muppet Vision 3D show.
That's on mine.
What the Jeremy?
I literally saw it. I'm like, I wonder if Felicia's going to put it on here. I'm like, you know what? She's not going to think I'm going to put it on here. And I like the ride, so I'm going to put it on.
I did.
I wanted to write it this time. We didn't have a chance.
More like a show, but...
It's fun.
It's fun.
We wanted to, but we didn't get a chance to. but it was fun.
I know.
That's where
because
the pizza
there's
place is
so
right
much.
over there.
Yeah.
Especially with
Pizza?
especially with Toy Story and where's my voice cracking now? Toy Story and Star Wars, like there's just so much to do. So much to do.
There is.
Plus,
but that show was good.
Yeah, like we said, we like to take our time with stuff and like that too. But yeah, that show was the first time we seen it, very good. I remember when we went there the first time, we had like popcorn or something, eating it, and like there was like birds walking around. I'm like, oh man, this is nice.
Yeah, and there's like that area around it with like the Muppet stuff, and it's nice. And that's why I think you should do rides, but also do some shows, because then like you just get to kind of like just chill there and watch stuff.
I just realized some stuff I didn't put on here, but that's okay. I'm sure you're gonna have it, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't put that on here.
Yeah, there is this person I know that she's going for the first time with her family. Ooh. And randomly, like, I'm in a Disney group on Facebook, and I saw she posted and was like, oh, we're going to go in August. Like, should we not go? There was like 400 some comments. And then I just wrote her, and I was like, I know you got a lot of comments, but I was like, I'm going to tell you when in July, and it's still worth it. Don't act like you shouldn't go. Like, it's going to be fun. And she's like, oh, do you have any suggestions for Magic Kingdom? What should we do? I sent this woman the longest list.
Oh, is that lady? Felicia told me the other day. She's like, yeah, I sent this lady the longest text ever.
Because I was like, do this ride. Well, because she has some kids too. So I was literally like, this ride. And I'm like, do it because of this reason. It was like Winnie the Pooh. Kids will love it. Great interactive queue. I was like, me and my husband and stuff also love it. It's a great ride. Then I'm like, other ones, I was like, Carousel of Progress. Great ride for in the middle of the day for when you guys just, I was
especially
like, you literally sit there and it moves through. Yeah, I was like, it's something to just sit and chill. I was like, literally some people fall asleep in there.
But it's I want to say it's not boring. It's actually no, I like it. Plus that song gets stuck in my head. It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'd sent her literally all these things. Obviously, Haunted Mansion, everything was on there. And then she was like, oh, I heard that there's a Walmart to get souvenirs so we don't have to spend so much in the park. Is that there? I was like, yes, it is there. I was like, it is, but it is incredibly crowded all of the time.
Yep.
I was like, go to this Target. And I gave her literally the address. I said, this is the Target we go to. I was like, nice. I've gotten stuff there. And they also have a really big Disney section. I was like, go there and go get your stuff.
We go to that Target a lot.
Yeah. And of course, I was telling her, I was like, you gotta go to Disney Springs.
Yes.
I was like, they have this, and this.
Absolute. Disney Springs is the perfect thing to do, especially at night when it's like that's like dark out, whatever, or like dusk.
Yeah.
Because like it's like stuff starting to happen, and you got the chill, like got the vibes. It's awesome. Obviously, anytime during the day, but
anytime. I was like, you got a resort hop. I was like, that's also a great thing to do. I was like, go there, hop on the bus, go to a resort.
I remember when you first told me I could resort hop, I'm like, we can do that? And you're like, yeah.
I didn't know at first.
Yeah, but then when you said that, like, YouTubers, like, explain, like, yeah, they want you to come there because that way, like, you're like, oh, maybe I'll stay here sometime.
Yeah, and you're spending your money because I was like, you can go in their gift shops, you can buy the food there. I said, I told her, I said, get the app. I was like, get the Genie Plus, book all your stuff. And I said, in mobile order. I was like, mobile ordering is amazing.
One of the only good things that came from COVID was the mobile ordering, because that is a lifesaver, especially at the park. Because then you can like we've done too is like if we're at a ride or like we're gonna do a ride real quick, like the window's for this time. Okay, order your food now. Or like we're walking out of we walk out of the ride. You order our food and just walk to it right away. It's done.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I love it because to me, I customize a lot of stuff. And to me, it's way easier because then it's just on there instead of having to tell the person.
Plus, I'd rather order ahead of time, just walk up and grab it than sit in that long line there anyway.
Sit and wait to order it and then wait for your food. Yeah,
like when we had to do it the first time when we had the 17 people on the trip, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
Or 19, whatever, something crazy. Or 19, was it? Whatever it was.
It was 19.
Yeah, that was 19, yeah.
There was a lot of us.
Crazy. And we had like sections of people like ordering the food because there was just so much of us. But yeah, so we'll get more into all the food next week though too.
Oh yes.
It's my turn, right? Yes, because you just said Muppet, which you like. Jeremy's not going to have this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I know Felicia won't have this, and that is the Tower of Terror.
Nope, I will not have that right on my list.
I will say though, I have not ridden the Tower of Terror, but I have ridden the one in California. So to me, that counts as the same ride. So I say I have.
It's the same.
I will say this though.
I'm too scared.
I regret not going this time because
I kept telling Jeremy,
this is what happened. Beginning of the day, she's like, she's like, right now I can book you and you'll like for a Genie Plus and like we'll do this and do it. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'll be honest. I started to get scared and wimp out. That's what happened. Boo literally told me. She said, Jeremy, I will go with you right now. Let's go. It's like it was getting dark.
Boo's scared of it too. Boo don't like it.
She's like, let's go, and I said no. And then after we left, I was like, Boo, I shouldn't have been I should have went with you. She's like, I told you. I'm like, I'm sorry. Especially because they had it like all lit up, like the Christmas on the side and everything. I was like, damn. But
well, next time
it's a little scary, but it is fun. I don't. Well,
it's literally an elevator that's falling up and down.
I'll say when we rode it, like I felt my whole body lift in the air.
Don't you just have a little strap around your lap?
Yeah. Boo on the ride said, I'm never doing this again. When we got done.
My question is, if you fall out of your seat, is it just like the square room you're in and it's the floor moving up and down, or is there a gap between the thing you're sitting in and the walls? Could you fall in between?
I think there's some room, but not a lot of room. It's like pretty kind of enclosed in there.
How far do you fall down? Like pretty far, right?
A couple. I think it's actually. Let me Google how many stories. How many stories?
I feel like it's a lot.
Do you fall? Not call. In tower. Are you Googling it too?
No, I was getting garbage out of my pocket.
Oh.
What?
13 stories. 100 and...
I would not be writing it.
Yeah, 13 stories. Eden.
Well, is it all... Do you fall that much?
Not the whole time.
It's 13 stories tall. But not... probably in sections. In sections.
In sections, yes. Yeah, because you go...
Because you never go from the top to
No.
bottom,
Yeah, so you go from like the top... I think it's like 3 or 4 drops and you go like middle. And then the last one is when you're at the top. And the thing opens, it takes a picture of everyone as you drop. And like you see all the park. It's beautiful. And then poosh. It's called wavy.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not 13 at once, but I still don't think
okay, the drop is only 130 feet.
I don't know how many stories that is.
It doesn't say, but it says 39 miles an hour. So it's a little fast there, big buddy. But yeah, Tower of Terror for me.
Well, maybe one day. We'll see. But I don't think so. I don't know.
She has to see how she feels. She has to see what the vibes are that day.
Yeah, what's the vibes? My next one, Jeremy probably has this, is the Toy Story.
Mania?
Toy Story Mania.
Yep, that was actually going to be my next one on the list.
That one is fun. Your hand gets tired on the ride.
I will say it's a little sus, the hand motion you move, but I will
Go ahead and do sure. But...
No, thanks. But I will say, like, I was kicking Boo's last time. She thought she had a good score. She looks at me. She's like, what the f***?
It's hard. How do you hold it, though? Because it's the ball on a string. Do you hold it like this or like this?
Like this.
That's how I hold it.
Well, I'm not doing the hand motion.
I feel like sometimes I can't go fast enough.
Same. I had to switch hands a few times.
Hey,
yo!
That's Brandon's new word is now diddy. Diddy. I thought he said diggity, and they laughed at me. I said, that's not diggity.
Wow.
But
no diggity.
Jeremy was wild. But no, it's just like a fun ride. And Jeremy, I have a picture. It's Jeremy and Boo. They were sitting, me and Jamal were still in line, and they were just sitting with their 3D glasses on, just... I was mentally preparing for the
experience I was about to have. I was like, all right. So I'm like, I was like, make sure, like, I was ready. I'm like thinking, I'm like, all right, so I need to do this, and that. I'm like, in my mind, I'm already like pre-gaming. Okay, so we need to make sure we get the high score. Blah blah blah.
So that's why Jeremy got that score because he pre-games.
That's right.
I'd just be trying to shoot all this stuff, but
oh yeah,
it's hard. It's really fun game though, because you just like shooting down these like targets and stuff, and it's 3D.
And it's all Toy Story related, obviously.
Yeah.
Doug wanted to do it the first time he went there, but it was like way too long. Wait, it was like a 2-hour wait, and I was like, Doug, I am not waiting 2 hours for this ride.
Doug's done it before though, hasn't he?
I think he's done it now. Maybe.
Comment down below, Doug.
Yeah, comment down below, Dougie Fresh.
You ever go on that ride? He never went when we went the first time? Or they didn't have it?
No, they did, but we didn't get to go on it because it was a 2-hour wait. That's when Doug, it was like 2-hour wait, and Doug was like, I want to go on this Toy Story.
No, when we went the very first time? Mm-hmm. Oh, I do remember him saying that. I do remember.
Because we wanted to go to Magic Kingdom because there wasn't really anything left because everything was closed off. Then we already did everything for the day.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if Doug ever rode it.
If not, Doug, you can all take us and you can pay for us. The next ride would be, I don't know if Felicia's going to have this on. She probably will. And that is Star Tours.
Yeah, that ride's fun too.
That's also getting an upgrade recently. They said they're going to put some new images or something on it.
Oh, are they?
That's what they said. I just seen something the other day. They're going to update a few things. I like it.
Their one for that is
That's always a low wait too. That's a low wait ride. Another good option.
It is. It's like 5-10 minutes. So I mean, you can always get in there and do it.
That's because they can fit so many people on that ride too.
I'm hoping the next time we go, I fit in the seat a little bit better because their seats are like pre-made seats.
Same, honestly.
Per person.
Same.
So it's always kind of a tight squeeze in there. But I should be better now. Officially now, I'm down 20 pounds.
Everyone clap for Felicia.
Yay! Oh yeah.
Wait.
Come on.
Laser beams.
Oh, so I bought myself a Hydro Flask water bottle to celebrate.
Are you using it right now?
I actually got it. No, not right now. Because I used it. If I use a water bottle at work, I cannot use it at home the next day. I have to wash it, and I didn't wash it, so I used a different water bottle today. Just germ wise. Yeah. But I got it only for like $25, and they're normally $45. So check out TJ Maxx and Marshall.
It's funny because Felicia was leaving my church, and she was talking about, because the day before she was at my house, she was grabbing some fabric for her bridesmaid dress so she could look at dresses. And Marshall thought, poor Marshall, he thought that his Aunt Felicia was coming to take to do
he was sad.
errands, because last time she came over, she took him for the day for a little bit while I was at work. And he was so sad. He was like, did the whole thing where he like did his eyes all down in his head. He was almost sad, little baby boy. But after that, he went and lay down. He was fine. But I told Felicia, I'm like, he is like devastated over here. So the next day, she's like, because I'm like, I'm going to bring her mom and dad. She's like, well, I'm going to go TJ Maxx, and then I'll pick up the baby boy.
Oh, I said Marshall's.
Yeah. Sorry. Whatever. Marshall's. That's right. I said, we're going to Marshall.
You were like,
I'll tell Marshall you're going to Marshall's, then you're going to pick up Marshall. So then she comes over, and he is like, he sees her, he's immediately ecstatic. He's like, yeah, it's happening. Like, he didn't even wait. He just looked at me like, because when like,
Can I go?
Yeah, Alexander comes over, he'll like come to me to sit there and wag his tail and wait for me to say yes, because Boo always tells him, ask your father. And he's just like, please. I said, yes, Marshall.
Can I go?
And he just looking at me, he's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So he turns to Felicia, he's like, that's it, I can go.
Yeah, I took him to Summer Moon, got him a pup cup.
Yep, and they gave him
little baby boy.
3 treats.
They did 3 little treats in there.
And they reposted him on his story
for the baby. Yep. So he's famous now.
He's famous again. That's like just the third or fourth time, or no, at least the second or third time they put him on a story.
Wow, they should like sponsor him, huh?
I know, but that's off on a different tangent. Sorry, but reminded me of that. Hi Oliver, what do you got next?
Just one other one is a ride that I did not ride, but Boo did, and then same thing like Jeremy. Afterwards, I wish I would have went on it. Was the alien swirling saucers? I thought it was going to be like.
Did look pretty fun,
but it was not. It wasn't like. It was like.
Like she said, the vibes are immaculate.
I should have
went.
I should have went.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, I guess.
But Boo, comment down below. Did you enjoy that ride?
Yeah, I don't remember if you did or not. It looked like you're having fun, but then again, who knows?
It was all fake. I don't know.
Random fact, but
let us know.
When we say comment down below, it happened from that day. Because
Boo
was talking about.
From that moment.
She's like, guess what snack I got? That's the wrong snack. Comment down below or something like that.
Yeah, comment down below. What snack do you think I'm going to get next?
Yep. And then that's the wrong snack.
And we did get a good snack after that. I'll tell you that.
Next week.
But I'll be talking about that next week.
Mm-hmm. Nice little segue there.
That was a really good snack.
But and then Jamal just kept saying, comment down below. That was our thing for the rest of the vacation. Me too. That's our catchphrase. That's our catchphrase. We got to get some merch with that on there so we don't forget. Comment down below. And you got to say it like that. You can't just say comment down below. You got to say comment down below.
Below. Do it.
How many more you got on your list?
That was my last.
I'd say that was my last too. The only thing I would have added that I thought about was the Beauty and the Beast thing we went and saw. The show. It's not really a ride. It was a show, but it was fantastic.
That was real. I didn't know what to expect, but it was really good. They like condensed the story down into like a good chunk of time.
Mm-hmm. Dancers it was like half an hour, but
costumes were great. Singing were great.
Like they were.
The whole thing was fantastic.
There was no, that was somewhere else. Never mind. Skip that. I was going to talk about something else, but that's at Animal Kingdom, so never mind. Which obviously Animal Kingdom is going to be the next one because that's the only park left.
Yeah, but first we gotta talk about the food.
Tell you what, guys, comment down below if when you were done with Animal Kingdom food, if you want us to do a special bonus episode of Disney Springs and our favorite food there.
Ooh.
So comment down below if you want that. I just thought of it top of my head. I guess I'm full of good ideas.
I just thought of it right now.
I did.
So come in and let us know.
The only one other thing I wanted to bring up, because it kind of ties in with Marshall over the weekend with Felicia, was Felicia came over Saturday to go to this dress place, and she asked me, do you have any canned goods? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't have any. Check the cupboard.
It was to get into a wedding expo. That was the cost.
So she had one in her hand, and it was enchilada soup. And she said,
chicken enchilada
do you
soup.
think Doug didn't eat this? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I didn't even know we had it. So she's like, all right. She's like, what if I take this and Doug texts you and says, hey, do you know where the soup is? I'm like, I don't think so. I don't even think it's there.
Yeah, he ain't gonna. He don't even know it's there.
For real, though, I was not 100% sure that you actually took it, so I didn't really know for sure. So then Felicia left, whatever. Legit, I got a text from Doug that night when he got home from work. I felt bad. He said, hey, have you seen my enchilada soup? I was like, oh, I think Felicia might have taken that. And I even texted her. I said, Felicia. She said, I knew it. I knew it.
I knew that was going to happen. I texted him.
So then
I said, hey, man, I think I took your soup.
But
sorry, Doug.
But that ties in because that was Saturday. So Sunday after church, she even said, I almost forgot the soup. And then she handed it to me. She said, let me take a picture that I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, I sent a picture to Doug.
And then
said, look, I got
when she went to leave, she was getting on the passenger side. She said, who's driving me? Jesus?
Oh, I don't know why. I handed him the soup and I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. And then
see you in a little bit.
I literally started walking around the car to go to the passenger side. Jeremy's like, what are you doing? I was like, what am I doing? I don't know.
It's like, damn.
I don't know who's driving me. Jesus is driving me home.
Yeah, I guess so. I figured Tatiana might like
that was
joke
weird.
Too. But
I literally I don't know what I was thinking.
So that's all I got for today. I know it's a little shorter podcast, but just with life and everything, me and Felicia said we wanted to try and condense it down a little bit, especially since I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
And honestly, we want to get some dibs. I will say, though, I did order some Jersey Mike's already. That's what I was doing a little bit ago.
How many minutes you got before yours comes?
It's supposed to be here in like 6 minutes. 6 to...
Wow. Because...
It just extended now.
Like well, 10. I had ordered mine... And originally it said so many minutes. So I'm like, oh, that's me perfect for when I'm with podcast. And then I'm going to have my food and it's going to be perfect. And now it got extended and now I have 24 more minutes.
Damn. You know what that means?
Pissed. But I guess.
That time to get that
feed Chloe.
Oh, that too.
Oh, I'll say I'll feed Chloe and then it'll be here when I'm done.
Yeah. But yeah,
so I guess I'll do
sorry
that.
It's a little shorter, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's our original time.
Yeah, I'm saying
an hour.
It's funny because originally Felicia said, "Oh, we'll do a podcast like 45 minutes to an hour somewhere in there." And like the past, like I don't know how many weeks, spent like hour and a half. I will say though, for me, excuse me, sorry, I drink a lot of water today, and maybe that's also why I feel like this energy I have today. I've been peeing a lot.
Water boy.
Anyway, it's been funny, but like as far as like an editor standpoint, the extra half hour off at the end is going to be great for me.
She said, "Oh, I can't wait."
Yeah. Well, just because
it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah. It'll be done early.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think it's also because we've been playing, like we say, like if we don't talk to each other during the week, it tends to be longer because we talk about more stuff during the podcast because we haven't really talked. And we've been playing a lot of Fortnite, and I think that's part of it.
Yeah, we have. And we're gonna play Fortnite right now.
Yes, we are. It's
comment down below. Do you play Fortnite?
Yeah, no build mode. And what tell you? Secret thing. If you're still watching at this point, this is a secret thing. This is on top of it. Comment. The name of your favorite skin, but don't list like say Fortnite skin, blah, blah, blah. Just list the name of the skin. That way, in case no one gets to this part, they're going to be like, what the hell was that? What does that mean?
Yeah, just the name.
Yeah. So comment your favorite Fortnite skin.
Don't say my favorite skin is.
Yeah, just comment the name of the skin. Like you would just say like Peely or something like that. Mm-hmm. Which I know is Tanya's favorite. Which I will say I'm jealous because it was during the season. I think I was playing and I didn't get the banana. And every time she plays with the banana, that sounds crazy. Oh, whoa. But back it up.
What
every time she uses
Jeremy?
The banana skin on Fortnite Battle Royale, no build mode, I'm like, I wish I had that banana skin. I apologize.
Look what Jeremy did.
I am sorry.
This guy.
But did you have anything else you wanted to touch on before we close this up?
No.
Let's see, me either.
I just say to comment, like, and subscribe as always.
That's right. I think we have enough content this week. We'll get some more reels out, I think, too. Get some good stuff.
Yeah, I do think so. I do believe.
I do believe.
I do declare.
I do declare.
So make sure you like, comment,
DoorDash say?
An email. Oh, DoorDash is this guy.
They extended it again.
Well, now you can be just like me.
Now it says 43.
And on that note,
thanks for listening.
43 minutes?
No, it's 43. 43 to 46 is 36
time.
minutes.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Mine's longer. Hey, yo, we got to go. What the hell here?
We're loopy.
All right. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy.
Toodles.
Toodly doo doo. Nice.